Hey, paper lovers, it's Bess here from Light Splitter Action, and I am here to teach you all things Discord. Chances are, if you're watching this video, I have convinced you to maybe try Discord, but you're not quite sure how to get started. You want someone to walk you through everything so that you feel a little bit more comfortable when you do finally get there. That's what this video is all about. I'm going to break everything down. I'm going to make it as simple as possible so that when you come over to Discord, you're not feeling overwhelmed or confused in any way. So what's really nice about Discord is they actually recognize that a server is a little confusing and maybe you've never heard of any of this terminology. So they have this server guide. You're going to see that at the top once you join the Light Splinter Action server. Okay. The server guide is just a kind of like a get started place. It's going to have the rules for you to peruse. These are our rules here. It's also going to have some activities that you can take part in that are going to kind of welcome you to the community and put yourself out there just a little bit. Just encourage you to put yourself out there and connect with people a little bit. So when you join here, one thing I would encourage you to come to is the server rules. Review these. These are very important. Just like on Facebook, where groups would have their own rules and guidelines for how people are to post in that group, Discord also allows you to create a set of rules for people to follow along. So super helpful here. And the most important one, I believe, is this one right here, which is our community is respectful and kind. We are treating it like our favorite notebook, meaning we're going to handle it with care. Disagreement on planner sizes are fine, but let's stay respectful. No bullying, critiquing, or negativity, including self-deprecation, because creativity can only thrive in a creative space. And I fully believe that with my whole chest. So, that's our first rule, but there are lots of, guidelines to keep in mind. So definitely check those out. You're also going to get a shout out in the salutations feed. That's just going to naturally happen. And it's going to encourage you to add your birthday to our birthday list so that we can shout you out on your birthday. There's also the Discord 101 channel, and that is where you're going to find terminology. So if you've come here from Facebook, I literally have a comparison of what it would have felt like on Facebook, but now that you're on Discord, what it would look like. For example, a Facebook group is the equivalent of a server. So on Facebook, you can join multiple Facebook groups. On Discord, you can join multiple servers. Facebook has groups for planning. Discord has servers for planning, and then they have shop specific servers, and then there are game specific servers. There's a server for just about everything if you look hard enough. So a server is just essentially a Facebook group, okay? And your servers are going to live over here, by the way. Right now, all I have is the Light Splinter Action server active, but if you join any other ones, they are going to live over here. From there, we have our channels. So that's what all of these things are. These are all channels. And a channel is very much like a Facebook group feed, except it's been broken down by subject. So you know how you go into a Facebook group and the wall might show someone asking a customer service question, followed by someone showing off their planner, followed by someone sharing about a sale, followed by me trying to promote a video. And it's all just mixed in there and it's not chronological, and Facebook decides what you want to see. Discord says, we can do that better. And so they've created channels. So you have multiple group feeds that you can conversate in that are all broken down by subject. So we've got the Light Splinter Action channels, which include shop updates, ideas and feedback, planner help and FAQs, and then photos of planners in action, because I think that's really helpful. Then there's also non-LPA specific text channels about planning, memory keeping, journaling, showing and telling, your favorite supplies, accountability buddies, okay? We also have a freebies tab. And by the way, the freebies on this channel are not freebies that you're going to get on my website. These are freebies exclusive for Discord community members only. There's also the self-promo channel, which is for promoting yourself or a friend or a shop or whatever you're loving. There's also everything else, which is for exactly that, everything else. Non-planner related channel, there's an events channel, there's a music lovers channel. There are plenty of channels for you to opt in and opt out of because, oh yes, unlike a Facebook group where you're just going to see everything that everyone posts in whatever order Facebook decides you to see it, Discord is going to allow you to see what you want to see and opt out of the things you don't want to see. So if at any point you are in here and you're like, you know what, I really like the Paper Lovers channel, but I don't need all of these channels. I don't want to opt into all of them. You have the option to remove these from your channel lists, or you can just mute them. So maybe you still want to be able to tap in, but you don't want to get notified anyone's posting in there. You can just mute it. In fact, you can mute the whole server. If I right click on my little server icon, you have the options here to mute the whole server. This can be really great if you are trying to concentrate. You can also modify your notifications. So do you want to be notified every time someone posts in here? Only if you're being mentioned? Only if someone's replying to you specifically? Like, you get to control exactly how many notifications you want to see. And then you also have some privacy settings as well. So it's very customizable, unlike Facebook, where you really were just kind of like subject willy-nilly to whatever Meta wanted to feed you. This, you really have the option to opt in or opt out of anything. There are also voice channels. So if you scroll down to the bottom of the channel list, there are these voice channels. And what is cool about these voice channels is they are very casual voice places for you to hang out. And I know it says voice, which sounds like it would just be microphone, but you also have the opportunity to turn your camera on. Ooh. Yes. Honestly, a voice channel, I think, is most closely comparable to a Zoom meeting, where when you log in, your name is going to be in black, on the screen, just like a Zoom call until you turn on your camera. If you turn on your camera, you don't have to turn on your camera. I'm sure there are some of you that are never going to show your face, and that's okay. But if you are comfortable enough to show your face, we'd love to see you. And we're just doing really casual, crafty hangouts. So last week we did a crafty hangout where we memory keep together. This week I'm hoping to do a washi session together. So just real casual, impromptu hanging out and crafting together. Because, oh yes, the whole point about this Discord is to be together, hang out together, craft together, learn together, plan together, journal together, memory keep together, is to do things together. Because in this world, especially right now, we need community. I fully believe that so deeply from my whole entire chest. We need community. So I'm trying to build it here. And really, I think the more people are here, the more people that are contributing, the better it's going to be. So let me walk you through some of these channels that you might want to pop into. For example, the ideas and feedback channel is a really interesting one right now because there is this main thread going that is very much like a chat feed. Okay, so the bottom of the scroll is going to be the most recent message, and the top is going to be the oldest messages. Okay, some channels are going to have threads, and a thread is highlighting a specific conversation within that channel. So in the ideas and feedback channel, there are two active threads going on right now. One is on a rage journal, and the other is on a death planner. And for example, the death planner is Mackenzie has given us a ton of suggestions of what she thinks would be really great in the death planner. And I posted this as a thread so that anyone can contribute and add to it, so that when I do go and design this planner, because it is happening, I'm coming to this thread and I am pulling these exact ideas and making it the best product that it can be. So the ideas and feedback channel is very awesome for that. Now, I do want to mention, since we're here, you can communicate with people a couple different ways. You can communicate in the feed, so that would involve you just typing right down here. And you do, if you're on a desktop, all you have to do is highlight your text and you will have options for formatting. If you're on a phone and you want to type and you want to do some formatting, 1 star around your text is going to italicize it. 2 stars around your text is going to bold it. 3 stars around your text is going to bold italicize it. So you do have options if you're not on desktop, although I will say I do believe Discord works best on a desktop. Not to say you can't use it on your phone. I have been. I just think you get a little bit of the more of the functionality coming at it from your desktop. Another way that you can respond to something is, let's say you scroll up and someone gives an idea that you want to respond to specifically. Let's say, for example, I want to comment that I think this is a good request. And I want you to make it so. Instead of putting it at the bottom of the chat feed, since this happened, this was a conversation that happened yesterday. And if I put it at the bottom of the conversation, maybe people aren't going to know that I'm specifically talking to this comment. Instead, you can reply to comments specifically. And so if I click that reply button, just like on Facebook, if you replied to a comment specifically, it's going to tie your response to that original comment. So now when I'm like, hey, this is an awesome idea, it's going to tag her original comment so that people have the additional context down below. Okay. So you can comment and have conversations those two ways, in addition to commenting on the threads. Okay. So from here, we have for our channels, the product FAQs, which is where we are keeping pen tests. Yes, these used to always get lost in my Facebook group. And so now I've got a place to collect them all. We've also got the planners in action section, which is really fun. Basically, we are going to be adding planners. As people are sharing my planners, I am putting them in here with the right names and tagging them appropriately so that what we are building up is a library of photos of products in use. Because one of the things that I think people struggle with the most is I take really great product shots. I do. But a product shot doesn't show you how other people are using that product. So I love that this is going to let us build a library and really showcase how you can use the product so that you're not just feeling overwhelmed staring at a blank page. Under that, we have the paper to lovers section. This is going to have things like planning, which is all about, you guessed it, planning. We've got a section on memory keeping, a section on journaling. And if you notice here, some of the feeds are a grayish color and some are kind of bold and white. If they're bold and white, that means that there's a new comment in that channel that I haven't seen yet. So when I come here, it'll say there's been 7 new messages since you last logged on, and it'll show me all those messages and I can choose whether to comment on them or not. And you know what, since we're here, let's just comment on this one specifically so that I can show you how that looks. So see how I hit that reply to button? It's replying to this person specifically. And I'm going to say, oh my God, your coloring is perfect. Sean. And I am also going to add, let's do some hard eyes. And this conversation box should feel very familiar. It is much like what you have available to you on any other platform where you can add GIFs, you can add stickers, you can add emojis, you can add gifts. I don't know what gifts you'd be giving to each other. Anyways, just to show you how to respond to this, we're going to hit enter, boom. And now you see it shows that I am responding to this comment originally. And if anyone wants to follow the train, boom, it's going to bump them right back up to that original comment. Pretty nifty, huh? Okay, then we have our favorite supplies tab, and we've got plenty of awesome suggestions in here for things for you to try. We have the accountability buddies tab. That's if you need to find someone to help you be accountable for a goal you're trying to set. There's also the freebies tab. As I mentioned, these are Discord specific freebies, not just things that you're going to be able to get on my other pages. It's stuff that I'm giving to the Discord feed just exclusively. There's also the self promo section where you can share your social media handle if you want people to follow you elsewhere. You can share a shop link, or if a shop you promote is having a sale, you can share it in here. We are not gatekeeping anything on this server. And then you also have the general conversation. Obviously, everything else is going to be a little bit of just everything. The music lovers is my favorite one. This is if you need some musical suggestions, come in here. People are sharing what they're listening to, what we're obsessed with, what we can't listen enough to. And then last but not least, you can always, like I said, you can join the voice channels. You'll see if someone is in there, it'll say how many people are in the Crafty Hangout, whether you decide to join or not. So there's these two that are kind of community hangouts. And then there's this voice channel. This one, if you join this one, it's only going to ever be me on screen. This is more of a presentation. See how it has a little bit of a different icon? They call this stage mode. I can invite you to join the stage, but mostly the stage is mine. So that'll be if I want to go live, but not necessarily have it be a community thing, more just me talking at you. That will live on the stage channel. So that is Discord in a nutshell. Some other things that you can do once you get here. Like I said, This is the channel as a whole. If ever you need to refresh your brain, there's the server guide to get started. If you come up to this little caret here, you do have some options. So if you want to invite other people to join us, because yes, Discord is more fun with friends, you can invite people and you will get your own specific link. Just set the link to never expire. This is where you can decide to show all channels or hide channels. This is where you can play with your notification settings. All of the important stuff is in here. You also have down here, this is your profile, right? And so if you ever want to edit your profile, you can by clicking the edit profile. You have the option of changing your name, showing pronouns, updating your avatar. So if you want to change your avatar to your face or to something fun, you absolutely can. And all these little things are customizable. And then they have like, you can upgrade and pay to have your thing look really cool, but you do not have to upgrade to enjoy Discord. Unlike Facebook, you know, when you're scrolling and every other thing is an ad, Discord doesn't have ads, but the way that they make revenue is by getting people to upgrade their experience through those paid things like Nitro. And so that's how they are making their money and keeping their business afloat. But on the plus side, there are no ads. There's no ads. There's no me deciding what you want to see. There is no invasion of trolls. Like, it really is a fun place to hang out. And I really would consider it a space for hanging out. It is a space to kind of like get to know one another. And I'm hoping it becomes a safe space for us all to commune and share resources, especially as some of the other platforms are becoming a little bit less safe to be on. I think this is going to be a great space for us to hang out in. I'm just hoping that you will come and make it as awesome as I know it can be, because it does take a village to make a community, right? Community can't just be one person. So I hope you'll join us. I hope this has made it so much easier for you. Stay light, stay bright, and I will catch you on the Discord server. See you there.